Fox 5, an Atlanta grandfather says he was left battered and bruised from an encounter with a police officer. The incident was captured on cell phone video. But the South Fulton police chief says there are two sides to this story. He says his officer got physical with the citizen only after the man interfered with an incident that had nothing to do with him. Fox 5's Morris Diggs has the exclusive report from South Fulton.
This Atlanta grandfather sustained numerous injuries from an encounter last week with a police officer from South Fulton.
Get down on the ground right now.
Fox 5 has obtained two videos, which we will go over. But first, what started this incident?
I told him, I have a right to be a witness to what you're doing to this little girl.
Mr. Carey, an educator who has received acknowledgement from the city of Atlanta for his work, says he stopped in this Walmart parking lot because he felt an officer was being rough and handling a juvenile girl suspected of petty theft. Went
up to the police and asked him, why is he doing that to that little girl? And he said, get out of my face.
Here is one video from an angle that shows the officer attempting to handcuff Mr. Carey, who eventually was taken to the ground. His attorney has filed a complaint.
Regardless of it was trespassing or whatever the case may be, the order to get on the ground, all right, get on the ground for misdemeanor. To get on the ground is unnecessary.
But Keith Meadows, the South Fulton chief, has a video that shows what took place before that takedown.
The individual is actually resisting the officer. He's being combative. You see him throwing fists at the officer, and the officer is attempting to restrain him at this point.
Is that what you all call a fighting stance?
That's a fighting stance. He was basically in a combat stance at that point. And so the officer manages to gain some control here. He has the option of standing and observing, but when you start interjecting yourself into an officer's arrest, it becomes obstruction at that point.
Now, the grandfather, Mr. Carey, told me when he had his arms raised like this, it was to protect himself because he feared the police officer was about to hit him. Coming up at 6, I'm going to talk to the chief about what he's going to do with this young officer out on that scene. Reporting live from South Fulton, I'm Morris Diggs, Fox 5 News.
All right, Morris, thanks.